Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. So if you would like to see how I install this bust down middle part, okay, y'all see how the hair is moving. But if y'all would like to see how I install this flawless install, keep on watching. Okay, so first thing first, we're going to get started with our bald cap. I'm going to be stretching this cap out and placing it on my head. You guys have been asking me where I get my wig caps from. They get sent to me with the wigs that I get sent. So the brand, I'm just going to tell y'all, it don't matter what brand of cap you get. I mean, you want to make sure though that the cap is thin. With thick caps, it's just less seamless with the flatness of how it's going to lay for the bald cap, but it really doesn't matter. Like, I think thin caps are a new thing because I'm just not getting sent thinner caps, but it's all the same brand. But that's what I'm saying, like, the brand doesn't matter as long as you can find you a cap to lay your wig with. That's all that matters. But I'm taking my spray here, my Ebon lace spray in the black version of it. This is the extreme firm hold, and I'm smoothing that all around my cap. As you can see though, I'm keeping it really close to my hairline this time, which I really like how that came out. I wanted to show you guys that layout as well as my nails because they were really cute. They definitely ate. But yeah, I'm blow drying this on a high cool setting until it is completely dry. I had to scoot y'all back some, adjust y'all a little bit so y'all can really see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm taking my scissors and I'm cutting out the excess cap, all the cap that we do not need. And yeah, you want to do this with shears. With shears, it's just a smoother cut, so make sure the scissors that you're using aren't kitchen scissors or like craft scissors. Use some shears. But the sides of my cap did lift, which this happens usually, and I'm just taking some of my Ghost Bond glue and pressing that in and using the back of my razor, as you guys can see, and I'm doing that on both of the sides. And then boom, we're done. So now I'm going to take my Ruby Kisses cream foundation in RD15, and I'm taking my foundation brush that I got from my local beauty supply store as well, and I'm just patting that into the cap. So this is the wig we will be installing. This is a 26-inch frontal HD lace, you feel me, 13x4 lace construction. I dyed it jet black, I bleached the knots, and I also plucked. The hairline before plucking though was nice, and the hair was really nice too. I was like, oh my god, this is so flowy. So this was definitely some good quality hair, but I dyed it jet black because the hair just would look more shiny and expensive being in the middle part. It'll just look more luxurious, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we did. But I'm taking my hot comb and I'm pressing that not the hot comb back, the hairline back before I install this wig. You guys know I like to do this, and I'm making the part now before I install because I find that the parts just look cleaner when you do it before installing the wig, especially with the middle part. So I'm doing that. And before you apply any glue, you want to make sure to clean your skin off with some skin alcohol. Ever since somebody corrected me on how to say it and don't remember how to properly say it, I have not been saying the name of this rubbing alcohol, but it's basically skin alcohol for, you know, cuts and burns and skin and stuff. And I use the 99%, I believe. But yeah, you want to make sure you clean all that up so you don't have any oils interfering with the glue so that it can stick properly. I only showed you guys the process of me doing the first layer, but I did do 3 layers, and I'm using the bottom of a rag tail comb. Usually I use popsicle sticks, but I ran out. But yeah, so you want to make sure you just use a thin layer of glue, blow dry it on a high cool setting, and then boom, move on to the next layer. But now I am applying the wig right where I applied the glue. Now where I applied the glue was on the cap, and then it was like a little bit on my skin. Like, you have to make sure the placement, is on point, okay? Because if it's not, your wig is not going to look natural in like a hairline. So now on the high cool setting, I'm using this in my ragtail comb, and I'm just pressing that glue in and making the hairline more visible, if that makes sense. I'm basically pushing the hair back while it dries. So I'm going to take my elastic band that also gets sent to me from companies, but I'm sure you can find one on Amazon, Etsy, AliExpress, you know, somewhere like this, or even a craft store. But now the key to having a flat middle part bust down is to make sure you hot comb each section of the hair, as I'm doing here. And you want to make sure to use a little bit of a wax stick as well, but not a lot. You don't want to overdo the wax stick because then the hair can be oily. But this time I'm pretty sure I mastered not using a lot of product when it comes to slicking each strand of the hair on the wig, if that makes sense. But yeah, you just want to make sure to keep the product at the top and not all the way through, as you guys can see how I just did right there, and hot comb it slowly through to really make sure it's getting flat. And yeah, repeat that on both sides, and then boom, your wig is like flat out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere because we put that work in, but yeah, like the results was, yeah, amazing, sensational. Now it is time to cut off the excess lace from what we have laid down and melted. I'm going to tell y'all right now, you want to make sure to always use a fresh razor. I mean, at least buy a couple at once. They're like $1 or $2 at the hair store. So yeah, using fresh razors, they just make the lace cut off a lot smoother and better, and it just looks cleaner and gives you a more jagged look, you know, the look that we want to go for, nice and jagged. You see how clean and smooth that lace is cutting off? It's because this razor was fresh, okay? But yeah, you want to make sure to use a fresh razor, cut in zigzag motion so that it can look as natural as possible. And I'm telling you, that is true. Cut in a zigzag motion. I don't care, like, because it's going to look a little ugly, you feel me, when you actually take a wig off. Like, it's going to look all zigzagged up, but it works. I'm telling you, it makes your lace look super seamless. But now I am pulling out my baby hairs. I was going for some drama and fluff and some naturalness. And I'm using my hot comb to really press out these hairs so that they can lay flat once we curl them and when we lay them down with our elastic band again. But yeah, so, you know, 2 on each side, you know, the natural vibe or whatever. But what did I see this post on Instagram? It was saying basically like when you have a middle part and you do like a swoop in the middle, it don't make sense and it looks unnatural, like when we're talking about a real hairline, because if you do have a middle part, you can't do that in real life. You feel me? You can't put a swoop there. So y'all will never see me do a swoop again with the middle part, but swoops in the front do look good with the side part. But that's besides the point. Now I'm taking some more of my foundation, my cream foundation, and kind of melting this a little bit more before I use my green spray here. This is the Icy Fantasia brand, and it's basically a holding spritz spray. I like this because it doesn't leave a residue or any type of cast on the hair when you use a little bit, like how I'm doing here. But yeah, after that, I just tie that back down again, and then boom, now it is off. I let that sit for like 10 minutes. I actually straightened the hair off camera because it's self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying? Straightening black hair, straightening some straight hair. So yeah, I did that off camera, but now it is time for the baby hairs. I'm cutting them off, and I was kind of doing it, as you can see, kind of sparsely, kind of trying to make it as natural as possible. And I'm cutting it. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering so much today, but I swear I'm not doing this over because I'm just gonna keep stuttering. But yeah, I'm just cutting these off piece by piece, trying to make it look as natural as possible, as if real baby hairs would. Now to curl them, I'm curling it piece by piece, so it's like 2 sections with in the front, and I'm curling these upward. This is the Kiss curling iron. It's a 1/2 inch, and I curled those ones upwards, but I like to curl these sideburns towards the back, I guess. I don't know how to really explain that. Well, under. Okay, I'm curling it under. But yeah, so I'm repeating that to the other side. Once that's done, I'm going to take my Got To Be glue gel in black and start on the baby hairs. The key to having your baby hairs to not be hard and to have them more of a fluffy effect is not using a lot of product and repeatedly doing them over, combing them out, but keeping that same shape. And here are the finished results of these baby hairs. I think they looked super cute. They were probably my favorite that I've done, but now I'm just plucking this parting to make it look more seamless and more like a part, and not having like little black pieces all up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm just plucking that very precisely though. I'll make sure to not pluck too much because I hate when parts look wide. So I'm just plucking the hairs directly that I see that are like making the part not look straight. But now I'm taking some more of my heat protecting spray by Icy Fantasia over the top and just giving this one last hot comb and press through. This hair took product really well. Like, this hair didn't get oily, not even a little bit, even though I did use a fair amount to where it wasn't a whole bunch to cause that, but it still just kept the hair still looked full and not super shiny in a good way, you know what I mean? I'm defining the part a little bit more now. I don't remember if this was RD09 or RD11, but it was a lighter concealer so that the part can just look really clean, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. You want to make sure you smooth that out with your finger so it doesn't look all makeup-y, if that makes sense. And then boom, voila, this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Make sure to check the description box for more information on this hair, as well as leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next one.